Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Gurume Deva Sarvakarye Sarvada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunarayam Namam Bhuvatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram या विद्या शिवकेशवादिजननी या वै जगन्मोहिनी या ब्रह्मादिपीपीलिकान्तजगदानन्दैकसन्दायिनी या पञ्चप्रणवद्रीपरिणी या चित्कलामालिनी सा मां भात भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी। ॐ घण्टाशूलहालानशङ्कमसरे चक्रं धनुत्सायकम् हस्ताब्जैर्दधतीं कनान्तविलचित्रितां शतल्लप्रभाम् गौरीदेहसमुद्भवां त्रिजगताम् आधारभूतां महापूर्वामत्र सरस्वतीमनविजये शुम्भाति दैत्यार्दिनीम् चण्डिकायै। So previously we looked at the Madhyama Charitra with Mahishasravada, and from today we start Shumbha and Nishumba Vada Parva Uttama Charitra. And this Uttama Charitra is this is the final section of Devi Mahatma. So we Pratama Charitra is covering Madhuketa Vada, Madhyama Charitra covering Mahishasravada, and Uttama Charitra Shumbha and Nishumba Vada. So here Mahasaraswati is the Devata for this, and for this part of the Devi Mahatma. So we'll look at that today, and we start with a section, chapter Adhyaya known as Devi Duta Samhada. So the discussion between Devi and the messenger. So in the olden days, there was Shumbha and Nishumba, the two fair and good-looking brothers came out of Patala to earth, and these two asuras, when they grew into their manhood, they performed severe asceticism in Pushkara, and the holy pilgrimage service of Pushkara. There, that Pushkara is the most purifying place in this world, and these two, Shumbha and Nishumba, they even refused to eat rice and water. They become very skilled in their yoga practices, and what they passed in one posture sitting for 10,000 years, for Ayuta years, they performed that asceticism. And like this, they performed very difficult tapasya, and then Bhagavan Brahma, the Pitamaha, grandsire of everybody, all the people, and Prajapati, he came and he became very pleased, and the creator became pleased, and with their tapasya, and appeared before them riding on his swan, his vehicle, his Vahana swan. He came there and he asked them what do they want. I'm become very pleased with your tapasya. I will fulfill the desires of all the lokas. I have now come to you. Pleased to see your strong tapasya practices that you have performed. So you ask a boon, I will grant you them. And hearing this, Shumbha and Nishumba got up from their meditation, from their dhyana, and concentrating with their attention towards Brahma. They worshipped him and bowed down to him and did a namaskara, going around him, and they did a namaskara, and with heart full of reverence, they worshipped him. Then those two daityas, they very weak because of their tapasya performing so long without taking any food and things like that. So they were very weak and lean. They looked very humble, and they fell down before him like a piece of wood falling down in the wind. They fell down before him, and they, with choked voice, with intense feeling, they asked, "O Deva, if you are pleased with us, then grant us immortality. There is nothing in this world more fearful than death. So we too have taken refuge in you, being afraid of this death. Protect us from the fear of terrible death." So like this, they asked for the boon. And Brahma says that, is this the boon that you ask in this every way against the law of nature? Because no one in these three lokas can grant this boon to anybody. When one becomes born, one must die, and when one dies, one must be born again. This law is the law of the word as by the Paramatma himself and for this universe, and from the time of immemorial, this law has been in place, and everyone should obey by that law. Therefore, all the beings must die, and there is no doubt in this. Better you ask any other boon you desire, I will grant you that. Hearing this, Brahma's word, the two Danavas, they pondered and on the matter and bowed unto Prajapati again, the creator Brahma. They asked him again, grant us then so that we shall be invulnerable to any male or devatas, down any immortal devatas, to human beings, birds and deers and animals. This is the boon we ask. Where exists a woman so powerful to kill us? There is no woman so powerful to kill us. We never fear any woman at all in three lokas. So we two brothers want to be killed, not to be killed by any male, and the females are naturally weak. Therefore, we don't fear about them. So like this, they ask the boon similar to what we looked at in Mahishasura as well. So they ask such a boon. Hearing these words, Brahma gladly grants them that boon and return to his own Brahmaloka. So like this, these two Danavas seek boon. So then, on Brahma going away, these two Danavas to return to their places. Then they appointed Shukracharya as their priest and began to worship him. And that Bhrigu, best of the Munis, he then on the auspicious day when the nakshatras was good, on a beautiful golden throne built and gave it to that king. Shumbha, being the eldest, then was installed as the king, and other brave, excellent demons, the Danavas, began to assemble there quickly for serving him. The two great warriors, Chanda and Munda, proud of the account of their strength with large armies, chariots, horses, and elephants, came there. And similarly, great warrior Dhumralochana, hearing that Shumbha became the king, came there with his own army. And then also came great warrior Raktabija, whom we looked at previously. During Mahishasura's birth time, we looked at that story where Ramba was reborn as Raktabija, and he also came there with two Akshoni of soldiers. So like this, that Raktabija was unconquerable in the battle, and no one could kill him. And the other Asuras as well, when they heard Shumbha became the king, came up there with their army consisting of all the four divisions of elephant chariots, cavalry, and infantry, came there and began to serve him. The army of Shumbha and Nishumba became countless, and they forcibly conquered, got possession of all the kingdoms and that exist. And then on the surface of earth, they conquered everything. Then Nishumba collected his army and marched towards Swarga. Without any delay, he conquered Indra as well. Terrible battle takes place, and in that Shumbha and Nishumba defeat Indra. So after defeating like this, Shumbha and Nishumba, trusting their pride and strength, they robbed Indra like that. They robbed him of the three worlds and his portion of the sacrifices from the yajnas that's being performed. They took all that share of that yajna sacrifices. They both, likewise, they became the Surya's dignity. They took out the Surya's dignity, Chandra's dominion as well. They took Kubera and Yama and Varuna. All the roles they took up, and they both exercised Vayu's authority and Agni's action as well. So they took out everything. Taveva suryatam taddodadikaram tataindavam kobheramadayammyancha chakrate varunasya cha taveva pavanirdham cha chakruturvani karma cha tato deva vinirduta brashtarajya praja parajitaha. So like this, devatas were scattered, deprived of their sovereignties, and to put to rout. And those devatas, without any kingdom, without anywhere to stay, and afraid of these two, Shumbha and Nishumba, they all recall to their mind that Devi, that never vanquished, never defeated Devi, they recall, because Previously, Devi assured them when they thought that if we ever remember you, then you come and protect us. So Devi assured that I will do that. So they remembered, thinking, you did grant us a boon, as when the calamities shall call me to mind, that very moment I will put an end to your direst calamities, like that Devi promised previously. So remembering that, making this resolve, Devatas went to Himavat, that mountain, Himalaya mountain, and there they raised their stuti, their hymns to goddess who is Vishnu Maya, that Vishnu's elusive power. They raised and they sang that hymns to Devi. They said, Namo Devi Mahadevi Shivaye Satatam Namah Nama Prakrite Bhadraye Neta Pranadasmatam. Reverence to that Devi, to the great Mahadevi, and to her who is auspicious, reverence perpetually. And reverence to Prakriti, the good and submissive, we fall prostrate before her. रौद्राये नमो नित्याये गौर्ये दात्रे नमो नमः ज्योत्स्नाये चेन्द्रूपिण्ये सुखाये सततं नमः कल्याणे प्रणतां वृद्धे सिद्धे कूर्मये नमो नमः नैऋत्ये भूभृतां लक्ष्मे शर्वाण्ये ते नमो नमः दुर्गाये दुर्गपाराये साराये सर्वकारिण्ये ख्यात्ये धतैव कृष्णाये धूम्राये सततं नमः. Reverence to her who is terrible, Raudra, in her, to her who is constant, Nitya, and Gauri, to Datri, reverence to her, namaste to her, and to the one who is moonlight, to her who is the moon's form, who is to her who is happy, and reverence to her continually, and falling prostrate to her who is very kind and giving to the prosperity, to Siddhi, to the perfection. Let us pay reverence to her. And to Niruti, to the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, and to you, Sharvani, Sharvas, Shiva's other half, to you, reverence to you. And to Durga, to her who is further sure, difficult to be reached, and who takes us easily there, to her who is essential, to her who works all the things, and to who is Khyati, so who is fame, and to who is blue, and Krishna, so who is in kind of a blue darkish color, and to her who is smoke dark, Dhumra, like a smoke, she is a dark color, and to her, namaste, namaste to her. And Atisaumyati Raudraye Natastatte Namo Namaha Namo Jagat Pratishtaye Devī Krutte Namo Namaha. Before her, who is at once most gentle and most harsh, we prostrate, we fall prostrate before her, to reverence to her, to that Devi, reverence to her who is the foundation of all the worlds. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुमायेति शब्दिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. To the goddess who is the action, reverence, who is the action, reverence to her. The goddess who is among all the created things is Vishnu's elusive power. Reverence to her, reverence to her, reverence to her. Namastasye, namastasye, namastasye namo namaha. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu chaitanyatya vidhiyate namastasye, namastasye, namastasye namo namaha. The Devi, who is among all the created beings, bears the name of consciousness, Chaitanya, Chaitanya. And to her, namastasye, namastasye, namastasye namo namaha. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu buddhirupena samsthita namastasye, namastasye, namastasye namo namaha. To Devi, who among all the created beings stands firm in the form of buddhi, intellect. To her, namastasye, namastasye, namastasye namo namaha. Reverence to her, reverence to her, namastasye. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु निद्रा रूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. The Devi among all the created beings, sarvabhuteshu, who stands firm, samsthita, she stands firm in the form of sleep, nidra, and to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshidarupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The Devi who is in the form of hunger, for her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chaya Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. To the Devi who is form in the form of shadow, Chaya, and for her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shaktirupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. To the Devi who is in all the creatures, standing firm in the form of Shakti, energy, power. To her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Trishna Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of thirst, firm among all the creatures, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshantirupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of patience among all the creatures, firmly in them, for her, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Jatirupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of speciality, the difference among the creatures, standing, who is firm in among all those creatures, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lajja Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of modesty in all the creatures, firmly, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shantirupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of peace and among all the creatures, firmly, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of faith among all the creatures, firmly, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kantirupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of Kanti, loveliness, kind of shining. So that to that Devi who is in like that in all the creatures, firmly, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of Lakshmi in terms of fortune, in terms of wealth, who is among in all the creatures and firmly in those creatures, all the creatures, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vrittirupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of vritti, activity, work, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Smritirupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of Smriti, memory, recollection, for her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Dayarupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The one who is in the form of mercy, Daya, for her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Tushtirupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The Devi who is in the form of contentment, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The Devi who is in the form among all the creatures, firmly in the form of a mother, to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Bhrantirupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. The Devi who is in the form of Bhranti, error of judgment. So to her Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Indriyanam Adhishtatri Bhutanam Chakuleshya Bhuteshu Satatan Tasye Vyapte Devi Namo Namaha. To her who both govern the organs of senses of the created beings and the ruler among all the created beings perpetually, to her, to that Devi of pervasiveness, reverence, namastasya, namastasya, namo namaha. Chitirupena yakristam metadvyapya astita jagat, namastasya, 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 namo namaha. To her who exists pervading this entire world with the form of thinking mind, chit, and thinking mind that thinks about that Brahma, that Atma, Paramatma, thinks about that, who is in that form, to her, namastasya, 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 namo namaha. स्तुता सुरेषु पूर्वं विविष्टतं श्रेया तथा सुरेन्द्रेण धीनेषु सेविता करोतु सा नः शुभेतरेश्वरि शुभानि भद्राणि भिहन्तु चापदः. So praised by devatas like this because of eagerly desired protection and waited upon by the devatas in many days, may she, the Devi, the Virgin of brightness, accomplish for us bright things, good things, and ward off the calamities. Like this, devatas pray. Ya sampratam chotta daityatapite rashma virasha surincha suray namastate ya cha sprida tatkanamai vihantina sarvapado bhakti vinamra murtibhi. And she, who is both reverenced as a queen by us, the devatas, and who are tormented now by the arrogant daityas, and whom we call to mind as we bow on our bodies in faith, she, this very moment, destroy all our calamities. Like this, the devatas prayed to that Devi in that Himavat mountains. And while the devatas were thus engaged in offering their stutis, hymns to and other reverential actions to Parvati, they were offering like that. Parvati came there to bath in the water of Ganga, and she, the beautiful broad, said to the devatas, whom you devatas are praying here, and springing forth from the treasures of her body, from her body, the auspicious goddess, she spoke, that Devi spoke, saying that for me, this stuti you have uttered, this stotras you have uttered, by the assembled devatas who have been set nothing by the Daitya Shumbha and Nishumba, they will be defeated in the battle. Like this, Devi tells them, she first asks whom you corrected, and then she says that you have told all this, and the Devi auspicious, that Mahadevi Mahakali, she says that it is for me, and I will destroy that Shumbha and Nishumba. So then Ambika, from that Parvati's body, Ambika came out, and she is therefore named in the song, in this Devata's song, her as Kaushiki among all the worlds. So in all the worlds, she became known as Kaushiki. Ambika came out of that Parvati's body, and that's why she became known as Kaushiki. And after that, Kaushiki came out. The other also, even the Parvati became very black. So from her part, the white looking, pure white looking Kaushiki came out, and then the Parvati's body became very black, and she's then celebrated as Kalika. She became Kalika. So that Krishna roop, that black dark color, Dhumra color, Devi became known as Kalika. The beautiful one looking one became known as Kaushiki, and the other one became Kalika. So like this, from Devi's, Parvati's body, two Devis came out, one Kaushiki, another one Kalika. There, while that Kaushiki came out on that Himavat mountain, there, Chanda and Munda, those two servants, the great warriors and servants of Shumbha and Nishumba, they saw Ambika or Kaushiki in that, displaying very captivating form, and both of them went to Shumbha and spoke to him, saying that, what woman then most surpassing captivating dwells here, illuminating the entire Himavat mountain, O king? Such a sublime beauty was never seen by anywhere by us. And let it be certain, if she or any goddess, any Devi, or let her be taken as a position of you. So she became your position. She should be your position, because she is such a beautiful woman, and a gem among the women. She is the surpassingly beautiful surprisingly very beautiful in her body. She is illuminating all the regions of sky with her luster, and there is then again she is O Daitya, O Shumbha, consent to look at her. You should look at her. She is such a beautiful lady, and she is with her body. She is shining that entire region. So go and you must look at her. And Chanda and Munda then say that, moreover, whatever the gems, whatever the precious stones, elephants, horses, other valuable things indeed exist in the three worlds, all those things, all those display splendor in your house. All those things, whatever that precious thing is there, Airavata, which is the gem among the best among the elephants, is there. So you capture that from Indra. And Parijata, which was there in the Nandana garden, you took that. And the horse, Indra's horse, Uchchaishrava, you took that. And the Swarga's, Indra's chariot is here with, and also the chariot, the Devata's chariot with swans carrying that chariot, that is there in your courtyard. It has been brought here, this wonderful chariot, gems, everything that belongs to Brahma as well, that chariot as well is here. And Nidhi Padma, the from Kubera, you captured that. So Nidhi Padma, Mahapadma is that's the treasury of Kubera, and that's in there. And Sagara gave you garland made of beautiful undying lotus flowers. And your house stands in your house. There is also Varuna's umbrella, which streams with gold. And there is the choice of chariot belonging to Prajapati himself. And Death, Kala himself has given you Utkrantida. He has given you that power. And the Sagara king, ocean king, has given you in your brother's possession. So he is in your brother's, that noose that Sagara king Varuna has had, that's in your brother's possession, Nishumba's possession. And Nishumba has every kind of gem which has produced in that Sagara. And Agni also gave you two garments which are purified by Agni itself. So, evam Daityendra Ratnani Samastanya Rutani Te Sri Ratnamesha Kalyani Tuya Kasman Nagrihyade. So, like this, O Daitya, O Shumbha, O King, all the gems, all the precious things have been captured by you. Why don't you seize this auspicious, beautiful lady who is a gem of a womankind? She is among the most beautiful among all the women. Why don't you have her in your house? So Shumba, hearing this, then the speech of Chanda and Munda, he sends the great Asura named Sugriva as a messenger to Devi. And he says that, go and address her, and according to my words, lightly, very lightly, gently conduct this matter so that she may come to her own good pleasure. She may come to our house, my house, and let her, like this, go and handle this very carefully, gently. Like this, he sent Sugriva. And that Sugriva, he went to that Himavat mountain, that mountain where Devi was staying, and spoke gently with a very melodious voice. He tells her, he says that, Devi, Shumba, the lord of the Daityas, the supreme lord of all the three worlds, I am his messenger. He sent me here to your presence. I have come here. Hear what he has to say, whose command is never resisted among all the creatures, among all the three worlds. Nobody rejects his word. Listen to what he has to say. And he delivers the Shumba's message. And Shumba says that, mine are all the three worlds. Obedient to my authority are the Devatas. I eat every portion of the sacrifice separately. And the choice of gems in the three worlds are all together under my power. And and so are the finest of the elephants, the chariots of Indra, and even I have captured them. The gem among the horses, Uchchaishrava is among that's there. That came among when the ocean churning took place. That horse is among I have. And whatever that's created in the shape of gems exist among the Devatas, Gandharvas, Nagas. All those things were even with me. O lady, Sriratna bhutam tvam Devi loke manyamahe vayam Satvam asmanupagaccha yato ratnabhujo vayam Mam va mamanujam vapi nishumbhamuru vikramam Bhajatva chanchalapāngi ratnabhutasi vayyatha Paramaishwarimatram prapste matparigrahat Etad buddhya samaloccha matparigrahadam vaja. So, I esteem you, Devi, O woman. I consider you very highly to be the gem of the womankind here in this world. So that's why, who are you? Approach me, and since I am the enjoyer of all the gems, so come to me because I consider you as the best among the gems among womanhood. So womankind. So either me. So again, Shumba offers a solution. Little bit concession here as well. So he says that Mama Mamarajam Vapi Nishumbhamaru Vikramam. So if you don't fancy me, that's fine. Okay. Either me or to my younger brother Nishumba of wide reaching prowess, approach one of us, and since you are truth of the gem, approach one of us and become one of our wives. So supreme dominion beyond compare will be given to you by this wedding. You will gain everything. Understand and consider this, and come to me to and marry one of us. Okay, he says, well, marry either me first. He says all the gems are enjoyed by me. Marry me, but if you don't like me, that's fine. But my brother. So as long as whatever that good thing is there stays in my house, that's good for me. So that's Shumba's view, and he sends that message. So like this, when Devi was told, Devi smilingly, deeply within herself, that Durga, the adorable and good who supports this world, she sends this reply. She says that truly whatever you have spoken is true. Nothing has you uttered is false. Entire three worlds is in Shumba's control, like unto him also that his brother Nishumba as well is very strong, and he can control entire three worlds. But how can that which has been promised concerning myself be fulfilled falsely? I cannot make my own promise as false. Here, what I have previously made a promise myself, I have taken a oath previously, a oath was made by me previously. I dull-witted. I did not think when I made that vow. I did not think that an opportunity will come like marrying Shumba and Nishumba. So I made a vow previously, promised to myself that whoever, he who vanquishes me, who defeats me in the fight, who forces my pride from me, who defeats me in the battle, who is match in my strength, that he will be my husband. So like this, I made a promise previously. So let Shumba come here then with our Nishumba come here and defeat me. What is the delay? Let them defeat me and then take me as his wife. Like this, Devi speaks. And then the messenger says, you are very proud. You are very proud of your strength and what you are talking, but do not talk like this in front of Shumba and Nishumba. What male is there in the three worlds who can stand in front of Shumba and Nishumba? All the devatas cannot face together. They cannot face Shumba and Nishumba in the battlefield. So you are a woman that too single-handed here. How can you fight? How can you have a battle with them? With Shumba and Nishumba and other daityas against whom Indra and other devatas could not stand in front. How can you as a woman venture against them and face to face? So that's why I will tell you very gently, listen to my message again. Shumba and Nishumba, go near Shumba and Nishumba. I'm trying to convince you, go to Shumba and Nishumba without any of this. Otherwise, your dignity will be shattered and you will be dragged by hair to Shumba and Nishumba. So don't let that happen. So carefully, gently go listen to my words. And hearing this, Kaushiki Ambika, she says that if Shumba and Nishumba are so strong, as you say, then let them come and have that battle with me. Let them defeat me. Let them then take me away to their place. So gave this message to go and tell this message to that Shumbha and Nishumba, who they think they are very strong. Go and tell them. So like this, the Devi sends that messenger back, and when she sends that messenger back, the messenger, hearing this speech of the Devi, the Kaushiki, he filled with indignation and approaching Shumbha, he goes and narrates everything to Shumbha. Shumbha becomes very angry. Hearing this, he becomes very angry and commands Dhumralochana, his chief among the Daityas. He says that, "O Dhumralochana, quickly go there with the army and fetch her by force. Show her, dragging her along with her by her hair, bring her here. If any man besides stands up to offer her help, kill him, and be Devatas or Yaksha or Gandharva or whoever it is that comes to support her, kill them and bring her here, dragging her by her hair, bring her here." So once he orders like that, Dhumralochana, at his command, Dhumralochana goes there with accompanied by 60,000 asuras. He goes there, and seeing Devi stationed on that snowy mountain, he cries out loud, saying that, "Come forward to the presence of Shumbha and Nishumba. If you will not, I will approach my lord Shumbha and Nishumba with affection. Now I will take you by force. Again, I will drag you along by holding your hair. I will drag you along." So like this, Dhumralochana shouts loudly at Devi, and Devi says that, "You've been sent by Shumbha and Nishumba. You are very strong yourself, but you came here accompanied by this army. If you think you are strong enough to defeat me, why you have come with a force then? So you have come with a force. Now have a battle with me." So like this, Devi taunts him, and she tells him that, "If you really thought you were that strong, and why did you come in front with the army to face up to a Devi?" So at this reply, Dhumralochana rushes towards her. Then Ambika as well, with a simple roar, reduced him to ashes. And the great army of asuras that came, 60,000 of them that came, they poured Ambika with a shower of both arrows and javelins and axes and things like that. The lion that was carrying Devi, shaking its mane in anger, uttering a most terrific roar, it went after those asuras, and that lion slaughtered some asuras with the blow of its forepaw, and others with its mouth, and others with the great asuras by striking them with his back foot. The lion with the claws tore out many of them, some of them, and struck some of their heads off, and with the blows, it destroyed many of them. And the severed arms and heads and of others, like the shaking its mane, it drank the blood that flowed from those asuras. In a moment, all that army that was brought to the destruction by that lion, which carried Devi, and who was Devi, who was enraged, angry very exceedingly. That lion was also very angrily destroyed that. When Shumbha heard that Dhumralochana was killed by that woman, that Devi, and all the army that was there was destroyed by that Devi's lion, Shumbha fell into very angrily. He bit his lip, and greatly he commanded two mighty asuras, Chanda and Munda, who initially first time they saw Devi, saying that, "Hey Chanda, hey Munda, take with you multitude of troops and go there, and going there, bring her here speedily, dragging her by her hair or binding her. If you have a doubt of that, then let her be killed outright in the fight, and by all the asuras throwing their weapons at her, kill her. If you have any doubt, then kill her. When she is killed, her lion is killed. If possible, kill her. Kill that lion and seize her, and binding her, bring her here quickly." Like this, Shumbha orders Chanda and Munda, and with that, we will look at Chandamunda's battle next time, or we'll look at Chandamunda's battle and what Devi does to Chandamunda next time when we gather. We'll look at Chandamunda, Raktabija, and Shumbha and Nishumba Vada next time when we gather. So, with that, remembering that Ambika Devi, let's close today's praying to her. Let's close today's session. ज्ञानिनामपि चेतांसि देवी भगवती सा बलादाकृष्य मोहाय महामाया प्रयच्छते दुर्गे स्मृता हरति भीषिमशेषजन्तोः स्वस्थे स्मृता मतिमतीव शुभां ददासि दारिद्र्यदुःखभयहारिणी कातुधन्या सर्वोपकारकरणा सदार्धचित्ता सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते शरणागतदीनार्तपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्तिहरे देवी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशि सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते भयेभ्यस्त्रायिनो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते रोगानशेषान् भवन्ति दुष्टारुष्टात् कामान् सकलान् भीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितान् अपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता हे श्रेतां प्रयान्ति सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्य अखिलेश्वरे एवमेन त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैर्विनाशनम् अपराशतं कृत्वा जगदम्बेति चोच्चरेत् यां गतिं समवाप्तुन्नतां ब्रह्मादयासुरः सपराधोऽस्मि शरणं प्राप्तः त्वं जगदम्बिके इदानीमकम्प्योऽहमिदेच्छता गुरु अज्ञानात् विस्मयभ्रान्त्या चिन्योधं मदिकं कृतं तत्सर्वं क्षम्यता देवी प्रसीद परमेश्वरी कामेश्वरी जगन्माता सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहे ग्रहाणार्चमिमां प्रीत्या प्रसीद परमेश्वरी सर्वरूपमयी देवी सर्वं देवीमयं जगत् अतोऽहं विश्वरूपां त्वां नमामि परमेश्वरी यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं पूर्णं तत्सर्वं तत्प्रसादं महेश्वरी श्रीजगदम्बार्पणमस्तु। ओम